I submit this idea to the How It Should Have Ended channel. How Gemini Man should have ended. He's either in a coma right there, or he's dead. Either way, this movie's over. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for Gemini Man. Was it a good movie? Is it worth checking out? I'm giving this movie a B-, and that's me being really nice about that. The reason I'm being nice and giving it a B- instead of like a C, which is probably where, in all actuality, it might be, but I'm giving it a B- because I love 90s action movies. And that's exactly what this is. It is a two-dimensional, mindless, fun 90s action film in the vein of Face Off. Like, I loved Face Off, and so I just feel like if this movie came out in 1997 when they originally were trying to work on it and get this thing out, man, it would be an A movie. But it's 2019. Expectations and things have changed just a little bit, and honestly, I had fun with it. It kind of had that 90s nostalgic feel, but really, I'm giving this movie a B-. I would rather have rented this or watched it on Netflix than gone to see it on the big screen. Now, I didn't go see it with a fancy projector that could do the high frame rate that this movie was filmed in, which is this movie's great big thing, but honestly, in just terms of the story and stuff, I really don't feel like the high frame rate is gonna add too much extra. If you got to see it in the high frame rate, let me know what you thought about that in the comments below. So, acting-wise, I enjoyed it. I thought Will Smith did a great job. He did a really good job with the emotional range for the present-day Will Smith and also for the younger Will Smith. So that was kind of cool. Something else that was cool to watch in the action sequences was watching present-day Will Smith visibly moving slower and all the other cooler things that the younger Will Smith is going to do. It did up the stakes. At the same time, it made you go, wow. Yeah, he's in his 50s fighting the version of himself in his 20s, but you can see he's kept himself in good shape and why he was the best and why they would want to clone him, because here he is even slowed down in his 50s and he's incredibly smart and incredibly good at everything that he's doing. So they made a lot of sense out of that, and I thought that was really cool to see those two going at it like that. And it was weird that sometimes you'd have the two Will Smiths on screen together fighting and it would look good. Other times you'd have the two Will Smiths sharing the screen and it would look a little CGI. The action was a lot of fun when it was happening. My wife said there was a lot of story going on and she would have preferred more action. And after I had thought about that, I agree with her. I kind of wish there was a little bit more action because when the action was happening, it was very entertaining. With the exception of that motorcycle fight, because I couldn't get past the fact that he should be dead. Now, in terms of the writing and the story, I felt it was stronger in the beginning and kind of unraveled and got weaker as it got towards the end. Like the beginning, it just intrigued me. Now, you look at the trailers and you know exactly what you're gonna get. What you see is what you get. So I knew what was coming based on the trailers, but the way that they were telling the story, the way they were unfolding it in the beginning had me intrigued. And I liked that. I thought it had some good, solid characters. Will Smith doing a good job with the acting. There was enough there that was engaging me and pulling me into the story. It just felt like it got weaker in terms of the storytelling as it got more towards the end. But, again, let me just emphasize this. If you like 90s action films, it's a fun movie. It's one of those movies, I don't think you can hold it up to a really high standard. You just have to go into this expecting sheer mindless action fun and just enjoy it for what it is. Even in that case, my recommendation would be wait till it's on Netflix. Nonetheless, I enjoyed my experience. I had a good time. I'm not in a hurry to see it again. So if you saw Gemini Man, what did you think of this movie? I'm giving it a B-. Higher or lower for you? Let's talk about that in the comments. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified the next time I drop a movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.